I would wake up already feeling tired. What's happening to me?
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Nadezhda. I am 56 years old. I worked at a logistics company. Before I got sick, I led a fairly active lifestyle. Sports, travel, work.
When did you first notice that something was wrong?
7 years ago. The hardest part is the constant fatigue. I would wake up and was already tired. Plus pain in my knees and shoulders. I had severe headaches and dizziness.
How did this affect your life?
Stopped being able to work normally. I lost my concentration. Sometimes I just couldn't finish a simple task. It became very difficult to communicate with people because I had absolutely no energy. How much?
Did this limit you?
Very much. And I stopped doing sports, hardly left the house, and even ordinary things became very difficult for me.
How long did it take for you to get diagnosed?
I went through a long journey. First to the ENT, then to the cardiologist, neurologist, and so on, because no one could understand what was happening to me.
What treatment did you undergo?
They prescribed antibiotics. At first there was a slight improvement, but then the symptoms would return.
Why did you start looking for other methods?
Well, because there was no stable result. I came to the realization that antibiotics alone simply were not going to be sufficient.
I was wondering, how did you first hear the news about these specialized hydrogen therapy zones?
Well, a doctor I know recommended it to me. At first, of course, I was skeptical because I had never encountered such a method before. It wasn't clear how it worked or whether it would have any effect. There were no other options left. I just wanted some kind of improvement.
How did the procedure go?
The procedure was calm and uneventful. I was lying down, they connected the system, the medical staff monitored everything, and there was no discomfort at all.
How did you feel after the procedure?
Right after the first procedure, I felt a surge of energy.
When did you notice significant improvement?
During the second or third procedure, I had more energy. It became easier to get up in the morning, and I regained my appetite.
What changed first and foremost?
The constant fatigue went away. That was immediately noticeable.
What happened with the pain?
The joint pain decreased significantly. It didn't go away completely, but it became much easier.
How has your overall condition changed?
I gradually became much more active. My concentration finally returned, and I was able to start working normally once again.
If you were to rate your condition on a scale from 1 to 10?
Well, during the treatment it was about a 3 out of 10. Now it's 7 or 8 points.
Patients often say that even after negative tests for borreliosis, the feeling of illness doesn't go away. How did you cope with that?
That was the most difficult stage. My test results were already normal, but the pressure from what I had gone through just wouldn't let me go. I lived in a constant state of expecting a relapse, and it was exhausting. I was offered extracorporeal therapy combined with xenon inhalations. The result exceeded my expectations. The constant background anxiety disappeared, the brain fog lifted, and normal sleep and muscle tone returned. For the first time in a long while, I felt that my mind and body were no longer in conflict with each other. This treatment became the final step that brought me to a state of complete harmony. I stopped being a person with a chronic illness and became myself again.
Would you recommend this method to others?
Yes, especially to those who aren't getting results from standard treatments.
What would you say to people who are hesitant?
Well, I tell them not to put it off. And the sooner you start comprehensive treatment, the better the result. What
is the most valuable thing for you right now?
The feeling of a normal life has returned. That's the most important thing.